Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Brian. How you guys doing today? I'm going to show off a small stack here that I've picked up throughout the week. We have McKays used books. I did a little trip there solo. Some Amazon stuff, some stuff I got on eBay. One title I got from Severin, and my small order that I placed with Grindhouse Video. They had a clearance sale. Well, clearance sale. Some titles were more off than others. So yeah. So first I'm going to start off with was my trip to McKays. I did that on, what day was that? Thursday? Wednesday. Yeah, I got 4 titles and then a toy. Yeah. Like I showed you guys before in a previous video, that they sell toys there, collectibles and whatnot. They have a lot of like Happy Meal toys and like Burger King kids meal toys and other fast food places. Came across this one for myself. I'm going to take it out of the bag and display it. I do have little display shelves here on my movie shelves. It looks like this came from either Roy Rogers or Hardee's from 1995. This is what it says on this little piece of cardboard inside. But this is from X-Men, the animated series. We have Cyclops versus Commando, so you guys can see that. You put them on a little like baseboard here, and they stand fighting each other. So I thought that was cool. Got it for 50 cents, so why not? All right, that's it for the toys. I got 2 Blu-rays, 1 4K, and a CD soundtrack. So let's do the soundtrack first. So we have music by Hans Zimmer, Henning Launer, and Martin Tillman. That is The Ring 2. Got that for, I think, $2. I don't have the first one. I gotta find it, but I don't go out of my way to buy soundtracks usually. If I see them in thrift stores, if I see them in stores like McKay's used books for a good price, I'll pick them up. I've found quite a few over the years. So we have The Ring 2. It's got 12 different songs on it. As you can see, the track listing is right there. The inside artwork there. You do have her coming out of the well right there. You got Naomi Watts right there. I didn't really look at the inside either. But yeah, you get some nice artwork on the inside there, and then as well as the back. Ring 2 is not my favorite of the franchise. I would say the first one. Actually never really got around to watching the third one, which I heard I'm not missing much at all. But if you guys enjoyed that, leave a comment down below. First one, well, these are all, I should say they're all, they had a lot of boutique labels there, but I had a somewhat larger pile, but I decided to put some back because I didn't want to spend triple digits there, so I put quite a few back, but I left with 3. So from Mondo Macabro, this is it's in Russian, but it's not actually from Russia. It's from Latvia from 1991, and that is a film called Spider. Had a very interesting synopsis on the back here, so figured I'd pick it up and give it a watch. Some of these films put out by Mondo Macabro are very out there. I watched The Fan, quite a few years ago. That movie was something else. I enjoyed it though. So Spider, a film by Vasily Mas. Probably butchered that name. Next one here is a Kino, one of the Kino cult lines. Picked up the Dark Power. I have seen this before. I used to have the DVD. I got rid of it quite a few years back. It wasn't a bad film. I need to revisit it, so why not revisit it in HD? I think the artwork's the same. Yeah, same artwork inside. So Dark Power from 1985. And then I went ahead and upgraded my Blu-ray. Now I got the 4K. I Still Know What You Did Last Summer. I still have the Blu-ray. So I can get rid of this and put this next to my 4K of I Know What You Did Last Summer. And it is different artwork inside. Alright, so that's it for McKays. So now I'm doing, we'll do Amazon. I got 3 titles here. They're all independent releases. First one here is from 2022, 87 minutes, put up by Koa Aloha Media. I'm not familiar with that line. This was directed by, okay, it's weird. It says written, cut, and made by, so I guess that was the director. B. Luciano Barsulia. There's a film called Amber Road. Stars Tom Sizemore, Vernon Wells, and Robert Lasardo. So those 3 names I recognize real quick, but everybody else I don't recognize. It says Darkness, Depravity, and Deception. Sorry, there's always a glare on these independent releases for some reason. I guess it's the plastic. Deputy Sheriff investigates the death of her husband and discovers a horrific place on the dark web where anything can be bought, sold, or traded. Anything. I guess including people. Bonus features include deleted scenes, trailer, and more. I don't know what the more is, but yeah, looks pretty interesting. Next one here is I thought this was a, yeah, this isn't, I thought this was a, oh, it's in English. All right. From Black Neon. This is a 2022 film, also from Bounty Films. Written and directed by Ross Perkins, and that is a film called Madhouse. This was like $3.99 or something like that, so I don't know. It says 3 drug addicts hold a family hostage in the mansion. A successful businessman with a wife and daughter has his happy home life destroyed when 3 junkies hold his family hostage and use his personal information against him. How long is this movie? I don't think it says. It does not say how long the runtime is. That's weird. You get director's commentary, cutscenes, and trailer as extras. Yeah, there is no runtime on the back here, so yeah. The last one here is probably the one I'm most interested in watching, which I'm interested in watching all of them, but this is like the one that stands out to me the most. Probably because it has Dave Sheridan and Felissa Rose in it, and I love both of them. So this is How to Kill Your Roommates and Get Away with It. And you can see they are both right back there. It says, done with an 80s vibe, this bloody and surprising dark comedy thriller tells a story of Ellie, who has had it with her roommates and is ready to take a drastic action. With the help of her best friend, the 2 start plotting ways to get out of her miserable living situation and not get caught. But one mistake may bring a full force of the law. That's the law right there. Down on them. So yeah, this will probably be really good since that's Felissa Rose and Dave Sheridan in it, and like I said, I enjoy both of them. So this is directed by Pat Kuznati. I'm not familiar with him or her. I don't know who that is. So looking forward to that one. So that's it for Amazon. I picked up 2 titles here from deep discount on eBay. Apparently these were used, but they're still factory sealed. Weird, right? But they had a deal, and there was like a coupon on top of that. So I have this on a multi-feature MOD from the director, but I wanted to get it by itself. This is from Greg Araki. I don't know how to say his last name, but I picked up the Doom Generation. I've heard really decent reviews on this one. I have the DVD of it. I never got around to watching it, so picked this up to upgrade. 1995. It's put up by Strand Releasing, and stars. There's a lot of people in here. James Duvall, Rose McGowan, Jonathan Shaish, that's how you say his name. If you've seen this, let me know. I've heard it's really, really good, at least, you know, watchable. And then we have a horror film from the 80s that I haven't seen. This does involve, I think, witchcraft, I think. It says it's the worldwide disc premiere of a lost American folk horror, so it is folk horror, from 1983. That is Eyes of Fire, put out by Severin. It says it's been unseen until now, which is so 1984, 86 minutes. I think this was released a couple years ago on Blu-ray. I think it did have a VHS release from what I remember. But let's see here. It says on the 18th century frontier, an adulterous preacher and his followers flee to the promised land only to enter the valley of lust, madness, pagan vengeance, and hallucinatory terror. So this will be an interesting watch, I'm sure. This is directed by Avery Krantz. No idea who that is. Speaking of Severin, we have this is an upgrade. I have seen this movie. I enjoyed it enough to upgrade it, and that is Blood Moon. It's your typical like late 80s horror film that, you know, people probably didn't watch because they said meh, we're moving on. This is an Australian film, directed by Alec Mills, and the score was done by Brian May, not the Queen guitarist. This is a different Brian May. This is the one that did the score to Freddy's Dead: The Final Nightmare. I believe he passed away quite a few years ago. Yeah, so I definitely enjoyed this slasher. Takes place at a all-girls school somewhere in Australia, so I enjoyed it enough to upgrade that. All right, and then the last 3 titles here I picked up from what the hell is it called again? Grindhouse Video. 3 titles, 2 upgrades, and 1 I've never seen before that I pretty much got for the same price because I actually found this at McKays when I went there on Wednesday. It's okay though, it's still factory sealed. This is from Mill Creek, 1989. This is I think it's a comedy, or at least a drama, but it's got Kevin Bacon and Jennifer Jason Leigh in it, and I really enjoy both of them. The Big Picture. It says an inside look how to not get a movie made. This is directed by Christopher Guest, who did Best in Show. This is Spinal Tap. Quite a few other films come to mind when you think of Christopher Guest. So I do enjoy his humor, so I'm sure I'll enjoy this one as well. I picked this, the Anchor Bay DVD up like a couple months back at McKays, and I went ahead and upgraded to the Kino Blu-ray, and that is Straight to Hell. Starring Cy Richardson, the late great Joe Strummer, Dick Rude, that's kind of a weird name, Courtney Love, and it says featuring the Pogues, Elvis Costello, Dennis Hopper, Grace Jones, and Jim Jarmusch. Can never pronounce his last name right. 1987, 91 minutes. This is a cult classic, I guess. Kind of not quite a Western, but it has Western vibes to it. It's also some sort of like dark comedy. It's all the genres thrown into one movie. So we have, this is, yeah, Kino Studio Classics. Then the last one here I have on VHS. So this is I never had the DVD, so I went from VHS to Blu-ray. This is an MGM release. It does not have any extras on it whatsoever, which is fine. This is Crime and Punishment in Suburbia. From 2000, 98 minutes, directed by Rob Schmidt. Stars Monica Keena. I love her. Vincent Kartheiser, Jeffrey Wright, James DeBello, Michael Ironside, and Ellen Barkin. So really good cast there. This is basically like I want to say it's like an up, it is Crime and Punishment, but it's more of like from, well, I shouldn't say today's, the way we live today, but around the year 2000 is when it says it's a contemporary urban fable. It's a gripping and provocative account of a young woman's decision to permanently end the advances of her abusive stepfather. So, yeah. There's the back. There's no special features whatsoever. But I remember seeing this back in the day. I haven't seen it since, like probably since it came out in 2000. So I gotta rewatch it. But that's everything, guys. Let me know if you've seen any of these and what you thought of them. And here is my little stack. I should get the CD and put it on top, and then my little figure bag. So not a lot to show off today, but pretty nice, decent titles here. So let me know if you've seen any of these and what you thought of them. And I will probably be seeing you tomorrow because my Vinegar Syndrome, I got a couple titles that came out this past month, plus all of the stuff I ordered during subscriber week, which wasn't a whole lot, honestly. It was probably like 3 titles. So probably like, I think it's going to be at least 5 or 6 titles. Not really that big of a box this time, which is fine because I have quite the haul here from Hamilton book to still watch. So thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Talk to you later, guys. Bye.